Hi and happy Friday. Welcome to our video blog series. I'm Prudence from lifestyletowellness.com. We are talking about what is mindfulness and how you can develop your own mindfulness-based practice, as well as how this can assist you in either reducing your weight or maintaining a healthy weight. I so often get asked, what actually is mindfulness? What does it mean to be mindful? And there's a few different ways you can actually look at this. The first thing is paying attention and practice being in the present moment. And what I mean by this is so often we spend our time worrying or being anxious about the past, or we are daydreaming about the future. So that's one thing to become aware of, and when you notice that, bring yourself back to the present moment. Another thing to become aware of is how we process information. So we go through a thought, feeling, behavior state. So, and this will definitely help you decrease your reactionary behavior. So start to become an observer and pay attention. So you're observing your thought, feeling state instead of actually being in it. And the more that you do that, if you're somebody who is an emotional eater or tend to be a binge eater, you will drastically decrease your times that you're doing that because you're not in the feeling anymore. You're becoming an observer. And when you observe it, you actually have the opportunity to reframe your thinking, so then you have a different feeling and then your behavior will be something different. So that's another thing you can start to do. Another thing to start to pay attention to is your judgments about yourself, your judgments about food, your judgments about your surroundings or other people, and as well reframing that. So for example, how often are we saying this is a good food, this is a bad food? And actually when you start to do that, that increases your drive unconsciously for certain foods and away from other foods. So that's one thing you can start to look at, or as well as if you're judging a situation or you're judging yourself, how often does that actually lead you into emotional eating or feeling bad or discouraged about a situation? So something as simple as just stepping back and becoming aware that you are judging the situation and reframing it can be a huge help. So some simple tips and how you can start to be more mindful is start your day with a focused intention. We actually have unconscious intentions all the time. Like, so for example, saying something like, this is going to be a horrible day. I'm going to have a horrible day today. You might just say that unconsciously, and then by the end of the day, you're like, see, yep, I had a bad day. Well, you set an unconscious intention and then you manifested it. So we're unconsciously setting intentions all the time. So how about we start? And you can go ahead and start this by thinking of something specific. So let's use that example. So when you find yourself saying, oh, I'm going to have a bad day, say, take it back, I take it back, and I'm going to have a good day, or today's going to be a great day, and give something specific. So it can be something as specific as that. Another thing that you can start to do is, like I just mentioned, become aware of your judgments. That is going to have a huge impact. And then as well, third thing you can do is, and I would start with something simple, like pay attention when you're in the shower, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're washing your face, and become aware of one. Let's start with, do you spend most of your time in the past? Do you spend most of your time in the future? So let's become aware of that and then bring yourself back to the present moment. So let's use the example of a shower. So every day when you take your shower, say, okay, this is going to be my mindfulness time. And anytime you notice yourself going in the past or daydreaming about the future, bring yourself back to the present moment. And how you can do that is you can focus your energy towards how the water feels on your back, what your soap and shampoo smell like. You actually can really pay attention when you're washing your body or you're washing your hair. And this could actually be a little massage for you. So when you are mindful, you actually will decrease your stress time. It's amazing. There's so much research on mindfulness and meditation, how it decreases depression and anxiety, has a huge impact on reactionary behavior. So these small little ideas that you can incorporate in your day, and you can start off with 30 seconds or a minute a day. And then the last thing I want to encourage you to do is incorporate breathing. We always have our breath with us, but we don't pay attention. So you can, let's say for example, first thing in the morning. Actually, I have a lot of clients that they actually work at a place that offers free food, and they have a tremendous amount of choices, and there are healthy choices, but there are also unhealthy choices. So they have the cakes, the cookies, the ice cream. And so if you're in an environment like that, before you go to lunch, what you can do is spend 30 seconds to a minute breathing. And just what I mean by that is paying attention to your breath. So just closing your eyes and focus on inhaling and exhaling. And if your mind wanders, you just bring it back to the breath. And so this is actually, mindfulness is actually training the mind to be quiet and to be focused. And so that is a simple way that you can do that. And then you can also, again, set another intention for your meal. So if you're doing your breathing 30, right before you're going to lunch or right before you're going to have dinner, do 30 seconds of breathing, and then again, set an intention out. Think of exactly what you're going to eat, and think about enjoying it, that you're actually going to enjoy that food. So the tip for this week is start to incorporate a mindfulness-based practice on a daily basis. And you can use one of these tips, or you can try all of them. So please share. Love to hear your feedback on how your life is changing as you incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. And if you know of anybody that is working on reducing their weight, or they have a goal of maintaining a healthy weight, please pay it forward and share our video, and as well like us on Facebook. So have a mindful week, and I'll see you next time.